Place your bed on the passive Ensven pads that allow smooth gliding motion. Make sure the pads are parallel to each other. Also ensure that all passive pads are centered. The stretchy fabric covering the pads provides some spring that tends to automatically center the pads. But this also depends on the weight of your bed, or other furniture. Next, install the active pad. It's a little bit larger than the passive pads. Plug in the one-button remote control on the left, then plug in the power supply on the right-hand side. Plug the power supply into a wall socket. Press the button on the remote control 3 times, to get to the fastest speed. Importantly, leave about 1 second or more between button presses. The 4th press will stop the platform. Stop it so that the platform comes to rest centered, in the middle between the leftmost and the rightmost extent of the linear motion. Just like with the passive pads. Unplug the power to prevent further motion. To restrict movement and slippage of the legs of your bed on the platform of the active pad, you can insert platform fences. You can do it either before you put the bed on top, or after, as you prefer. By the way, the platforms for the passive pads are exactly the same, and you can push in platform fences in the passive units for the same purpose. Put one of the legs of your beds on the platform of the active pad. In this case, with a bed with 5 legs, we chose the center leg. But you can put the active pad on any place you want. We turned the active pad so that the part where the wires are plugged in is as far under the bed as possible. This helps dampen the little bit of sound that the active pad makes even further. When you are done, test it out. Check that all pads are centered, parallel and moving smoothly, and that the legs of the bed are not slipping on the moving platforms of the active and the passive Ensven pads. Let's look at a few of the control options of the web app. On your phone or computer, connect to the Ensven wireless network. The password is lowercase a at uppercase A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First, go into simple control options where you can control the speed of bed rocking and how long Ensven should rock. Many people find the speeds between 80 and 100% most comfortable. But you can set it much slower if you prefer. You can also adjust auto start settings. The sensitivity dictates how sensitive Ensven is to external motion. The idea is that if a sleeper is tossing and turning on the bed, Ensven starts rocking the bed to get the sleeper back into a calmer and more recuperative state. For most beds, you'll have to set the sensitivity in the high 90s. If you want to switch auto start off, set it to 0. Let's go back to the main panel, and then from there go into advanced settings. There are a whole range of settings. Please check ensven.com and go to the manual section for a complete list of the parameters that you can set. For now, let's scroll down to the bottom and set up the one-button remote control speed options. You can set 3 speed options. We normally ship Ensven set up with 80, 90, and 100% speed settings respectively. Let's set the slowest setting to 45% and see what happens when we press the button once. Much slower movement. Press it once more to get to 90% speed, like before. And then once more to get to 100. The 4th button press will stop the motion. We wish you good sleep.